Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another show of a street man and a Christian woman. Tonight's topic is about timing and tone. Timing and tone is a good subject because we struggled for a good while with timing and tone. We just couldn't seem to get it together. But then at one point, we finally learned that timing and tone was going to play a big part in our marriage and in our relationship. Let's say I would be coming home from work and she may wanted to say something that she had been wanting to get off her chest all day. And as soon as I come through the door, she would come right at me. She would come right at me, and I just came home. But yet she wanted to get this topic off that she had been wanting to discuss with me all day, that she had been thinking about. And I would say to her, Kenyatta, it's just not the right time. And I really don't like the tone that you're talking to me in. But she wanted to get her point across. And that was to be respected because it was something that had been bothering her all day. It's just that we went through a long struggle of timing and tone until we got it together. And then eventually, in time, we learned to get it together and we learned to respect the fact that when I come home from work, maybe she shouldn't just come right at me and just come at me in a timing and a tone where it would pretty much cause us to have an argument or feud over something that maybe we didn't even have to argue and feud over if she maybe would have been patient and just waited a little while for me to come home and wind down. So what we learned in timing and toning is that, which was true. When I first come in, she would ask me how my day. I make a rrr, and she know that I pretty much had a bad day. So at that point, she would back off and wouldn't pretty much come at me in the wrong tone or the wrong timing. She would let me wind down for a little while, at least give me an hour before she would learn to approach me over a matter that she had been wanting to discuss with me all day. So timing and tone is a very important topic in your marriage, as I said, because we struggled for a long time. A long time we struggled with just over the fact that she would just come at me at the wrong time in the wrong tone. But through time, like I said, with us having 23 years of marriage, that was a struggle for us in a period of time through our marriage. But we did get past it. And with us getting past it, that's what we're trying to share tonight and hope that we can help someone else understand that timing and tone is going to play a big part in your relationship. So, like I said, how we handled it is we just learned that when I come in, don't come at me and attack me with something that you just want to get off your chest. We learned to allow the situation to calm down and she would approach me at a different time. So at this time, we're going to see what Miss Kenyatta has to say about timing and tone.
Yes, yes, indeed. Time, timing, and tone of voice. Those are very key elements that you must keep in your heart. It's very important in getting issues across, getting problems across, and also respecting your partner. This scripture right here, Proverbs 15:1, that's in the Bible. A soft answer turns away wrath. That is my secret. People ask, what is your secret to being married long? This scripture. A gentle tone can change the way your partner responds to you. If I'm coming at him yelling, like I used to yell and talk in a very high tone, very disrespectful, very out of line, wasn't aware of it because that was just the way I was used to talking to him and trying to make a point across. And it was like we were attacking each other and he wasn't listening to me and I wasn't listening to him. It was just a simple fact that wrong time, wrong tone of voice. Try a different approach. Maybe be patient. Wait 2 days. Am I going to be mad because I don't get my way the way I want it at that moment? Am I going to have a tantrum like a baby? Like if I give a baby a bottle and I take it away and I scream and go, ah! Why? Because my partner's not listening to me. Or I can just say, he's tired. I can wait. I don't want to argue. I don't want things to escalate and get out of control. So let me wait. I waited 2 days. I'm able to talk to him in a calmer tone, win the favor, and get my point across. So I was able to get a lot more accomplished because I waited versus forcing what's on my mind and my issue on him at that time. And we lacked knowledge there. We went to anger management class, and it really taught us how he think different than I did. They call it a paradigm thinking. And we had to learn that one. And the scripture really helps me because it's from the Bible and it's the truth. And then in relationship, you don't want to be truthful about yourself. And as a woman, I wasn't truthful that my tone of voice was causing a lot of problems. I thought because I was honest, it should be okay. I was honest, but I approached it in the wrong way. I could talk in a kinder tone to reach my point. And that's what a lot of ladies sometimes don't get. If you just wait, be patient, wait to talk to him when he's relaxed. Maybe wait 2 days after he's not mad about something that had occurred to make him angry. Wait till he calmed down. And then bring up what you want to bring up. Because you still want to work together. Because if I just want to get off what's on my chest and do everything my way, I'm not winning the battle. Because we both want the same thing. We want our marriage to work. But we have to compromise. We have to approach situations in the right manner. I can't disrespect him and yell at him and not meet what he want met because I don't want to do it. Or my emotions. Or I'm a bitter black woman because I don't get my way. When I could wait 2 days to get my way. I can call him back at a later time. I can get what I want next week. I'm not going to die and I'm not going to lose my marriage because I don't get my way. And also I could win favor by doing things his way sometimes, not just my way. We must understand we have to compromise. And that's why this scripture here, out the Bible, is the truth. My tone of voice was a big problem in our relationship. I didn't talk to him in the right tone. And when I talk to him in the right tone, I get plenty of favors. Yes, I do, ladies. He gives me plenty of favors when I ask him in the right tone at the right time. And the right time could be when, after you make love, early in the morning when he's calm. Another thing could be, you could wait till next week, not when he get paid, but maybe when he got somebody to give him some money, he treat me out, and then I could talk about what I want to talk about. Instead of just acting out of control. And losing my self-control is key. You could lose control because your partner is not listening to you. You're going all off the edge, going to jail, kids, embarrassing your kids, because you're forcing your partner to want to listen to you, and he don't want to listen to you. He want his needs met, and you want your needs met. And you got to realize, I need some help. And the help that I use for me, this isn't for everybody. I use the Bible, Proverbs 15:1, and God showed me how to handle my husband. And a lot of it was wisdom. A lot of it was tone of my voice. I had to learn, and somebody told me, watch your tone of voice. If you do your tone of voice, you can get a lot of favors from your partner. And it's important we learn. Get help from a third party. Don't always talk with your family. No offense to your family. It's just that if you really want your relationship to work like I did, I had to resort to third resource, and that was anger management, my Bible, accepting the truth about myself that I didn't want to accept, and approach him with respect, and meet his needs, and compromise. And don't think it's just my way. Because sometimes you may have empowerment, but your empowered in your relationship can damage it at the same time. He can walk out and leave you. And you be thinking you winning the battle when you're really losing, when you could have just waited. Or give him what he want. Give him what he want and compromise and realize I made him feel better. Now he'll do what I want. And that's okay. Because my timing and his timing is different. But if we compromise and do it in the right tone and approach the situation in the right manner, we'll be okay. Back to you, Mr. Delgado.
Thank you, Miss Kenyatta. And in closing, I'd like to touch bases on something that happened on one Thursday on a date night. We were going out on date night, and, that's a special night for her and I. And the Lord had came to me and told me that he didn't care what I do when I went home. And he made sure that you treat her special on date night. And not only did he tell me to treat her special on date night, but he also told me to go home and tell her that I'm going to be her humbly servant for this evening. And how may I please you? And it was so funny because those words stick with me to this day. And it helped us out a lot. It helped me out a lot. I'm using it more often now. I'm coming home and saying to her, Kenyatta, what can I do today to be your humbly servant? How may I please you?
And also, I would like to discuss how we had a situation where we were dealing with a budget, our finance situation. Weekly, I needed to know how much funds we were using to buy groceries. And my husband didn't understand I needed to know the budget funds. He didn't always communicate with me with that. So that caused a lot of arguments. I had to learn, wait till the situation occurred. When it didn't occur right, rewrite my budget. Instead of arguing with him and forcing him to do it my way, even though it was an inconvenience, I wrote another list. I calmed myself down. I didn't lose control. And I solved the situation. When we didn't have enough funds, I said, okay, we'll get different things in the discussion. When he had the money to do it too. And realize I'm not going to get that way all the time. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. But I have to learn to compromise with my tone of voice and my timing. Back to you.
So, we hope that someone gets something from this about tone and timing, because it's going to play a very important part in your marriage and your relationship, because we struggled for many years with this topic. That's why we understand it so clearly now that we have made it past it. So we just pray that someone will understand that timing and tone is going to be very important in your marriage. And as we always say at the end of the show, love, peace, and togetherness, and good night. Still moving.